I'm Jenni Carlson here with Ryan Aber. We are at the Lloyd Noble Center where Kansas has defeated Oklahoma 90-83. Ryan, this was a night where a lot of people felt like it would be those young stars for Kansas on display. And they played okay, but that wasn't really what cost Oklahoma. Defensively, though, the Sooners just didn't have an answer for all the Kansas weapons.
Yeah, absolutely. Kansas really took it right at them. Wayne Selden had a terrific start. Nadir Tharp closed the game really well, getting to the bucket and getting to the free throw line. And this is getting to be a big concern for Oklahoma right now, the way they're playing defensively. They haven't had any problem scoring against anybody this year, but they're going to have to find a way to get stops to get wins in the Big 12.
Well, we got to talk about Cam Clark for a second because Kansas's defense didn't have any answers for him. 32 points, tied a career high. He really seems like a big bright spot for the Sooners right now.
Absolutely, and the only thing that stopped Cam Clark tonight was himself. He got into some foul trouble early in the first half, had to take a seat for a while, but when he was on the floor, he was doing really good things offensively, getting to the bucket, pulling up for the mid-range shot, which has been his deadly weapon all year, and he certainly did it tonight against those Jayhawks.
Yeah, Bill Self said we couldn't guard him, basically. Said he was practically unguardable for his guys, which is pretty high praise for Cam Clark. Let's talk about this game in a larger context. Obviously, the Sooners build up some big non-conference momentum, then go to Texas, get that Big 12 opening win on the road. But now at home, lose to Kansas in a game that they could have won, and the schedule out in front of them doesn't get much easier. Sort of lay it out for us, Ryan.
Yeah, Saturday they've got Iowa State, and Iowa State's undefeated. Had a great win Tuesday night against Baylor, knocking them off. And then next week you get a couple teams that have been surprises. Baylor we knew would be pretty good, but I think they played better in the non-conference than pretty much anybody expected. They've got to go down to Waco. They've got to go to Manhattan. And Kansas State's been a whole lot better than people thought they would be right now. So they're going to have to find a way to steal at least one, maybe two of these next three games to still feel like they're in the Big 12 race.
Yeah, you gotta win on the road, but you got to defend home court too. And it looks like that win against Iowa State, that almost becomes, I don't want to say necessary in Game 3 of the Big 12, but they need to play well on Saturday.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a big game for them. They got to find some defensive momentum, keep scoring the way they're doing, but they're going to have to find a way to get stops late. Late in both halves today was a big issue for them. KU finished with an 11-to-run in the first half, finished with a big spurt there in the second to put the game away, and there's just nothing about that's good for the Sooners.
Yeah. All right. Be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoma.